If you're new to hockey betting and you've been hearing people talk about odds, money lines, puck lines, parlays, and all of that confusing stuff, this guide is going to break everything down in a simple, clear way so you actually understand what's going on behind the scenes. Hockey betting might look complicated at first, but once you understand the basic structure of how it works, it becomes a lot easier to follow. Before anything else, it's important to understand that betting on sports involves financial risk. There are no guaranteed outcomes, and even experienced bettors lose money. This is why most professionals treat it as a form of entertainment first, not a way to make income. Also, in many places, there are age restrictions and legal rules around sports betting, so it's important to always follow local laws and only engage where it is legal and appropriate. Now, with that out the way, let's get into how hockey betting actually works in a way that even a complete beginner can understand. Hockey, especially the NHL, is one of the most exciting sports to bet on because it is fast-paced, unpredictable, and often very close in score. Unlike some sports where dominant teams win easily, hockey games can be decided in overtime, shootouts, or even by a single lucky bounce. That unpredictability is exactly what makes betting both interesting and risky. The most basic form of hockey betting is called the money line. The money line simply means you are picking which team will win the game outright. There are no points involved, no margins, just who wins and who loses. When you see odds like -150 or +130, that is how sportsbooks show probability and payout. A negative number means that team is favoured to win, while a positive number means they are the underdog. So if a team is -150, it means you would need to bet a larger amount to win a smaller profit because they are more likely to win. If a team is +130, it means they are less likely to win, but if they do, your payout is higher. For beginners, this is usually the easiest market to understand because it's straightforward. You are not dealing with complicated conditions, just choosing a winner. Then there is something called the puck line, which is hockey's version of a point spread. In most hockey games, the puck line is set at 1.5 goals. That means the favourite team must win by at least 2 goals for your bet to win, while the underdog can either win the game outright or lose by only 1 goal and still cover the spread. This is where things start getting a bit more strategic, because even a strong team might win, but not cover the puck line if the game is close. For example, imagine a top team is playing a weaker team. The top team might be heavily favoured, but hockey games are often low scoring, so even if they win 3-2, they would not cover a -1.5 puck line. On the other hand, the underdog at +1.5 would still win the bet in that case. This is why puck line betting requires more analysis than just picking winners. Another major type of hockey bet is the over/under, also called the total goals bet. Instead of picking a winner, you are predicting whether the total number of goals scored in the game will be over or under a number set by the sportsbook. For example, if the line is set at 5.5 goals, you are betting on whether both teams combined will score 6 or more goals, over, or 5 or fewer goals, under. This type of bet depends heavily on team styles. Some teams play very defensive hockey, focusing on protecting their goal, while others play aggressively and score a lot. Goaltending quality also plays a huge role. A strong goalie matchup can push a game toward the under, while weaker defensive teams can push it toward the over. Now, once you understand these basic bet types, you'll start seeing more advanced options like parlays. A parlay is when you combine multiple bets into one single wager. The catch is that all parts of the parlay must win for you to get paid. If even one selection loses, the entire bet is lost. The advantage is that the payout is much higher than betting bet in each game individually. For example, you might combine 3 different hockey games into one parlay, picking the winners of each game. If all 3 win, you get a multiplied payout. However, because hockey is unpredictable, parlays are considered high risk. Beginners often find them exciting, but they are also one of the fastest ways to lose money if you are not careful. Another concept you will hear about is live betting, also called in-game betting. This allows you to place bets while the game is already happening. The odds change constantly based on what is going on in the match. For example, if a team scores early, their odds might become much lower because they are more likely to win. Live betting requires quick thinking and a good understanding of momentum shifts in hockey. A single penalty, power play, or injury can completely change the direction of a game. To really understand hockey betting, you also need to understand how odds are set. Sportsbooks don't just guess numbers randomly. They use data, statistics, team performance, injuries, travel schedules, and even historical matchups to calculate probabilities. Then they adjust the odds so that they balance risk on both sides. The goal of the sportsbook is not to predict the winner, but to balance betting action so they make money regardless of the outcome. This is why odds can change leading up to a game. If a lot of people start betting on one team, the sportsbook may adjust the odds to encourage bets on the other side. This movement is called line movement, and experienced bettors often watch it closely because it can indicate where the money is going. Now let's talk about something very important that many beginners ignore, which is bankroll management. This simply means how you manage the money you are willing to risk on betting. Without proper bankroll management, even good predictions can lead to losses over time. Most experienced bettors only risk a small percentage of their total bankroll on a single bet. This helps protect them from losing everything during a bad streak. A common mistake beginners make is chasing losses. This happens when someone loses a bet and then immediately tries to win their money back by placing bigger, riskier bets. In most cases, this leads to even bigger losses because emotions start taking control instead of logic. Hockey betting requires patience, discipline, and consistency, not emotional reactions. Another key factor in hockey betting is research. Successful bettors don't just pick teams randomly. They study team form, injuries, goalie stats, home versus away performance, and even scheduling fatigue. For example, a team playing their 3rd game in 4 nights might be more tired and less effective compared to a rested opponents. Small details like this can make a big difference in tight games. Goaltenders are especially important in hockey betting. A hot goalie can completely change the outcome of a game, even if their team is outplayed. This is why some bettors focus heavily on goalie matchups rather than just overall team strength. A strong defensive team with an elite goalie can often beat a more talented offensive team. Power plays are another important part of hockey that affects betting outcomes. When a team gets a penalty, the other team gets a man advantage, which often leads to scoring opportunities. Teams with strong power play units are more likely to score in these situations, which can influence over/under bets and game momentum. As you continue learning about hockey betting, you will also come across concepts like odds shopping. This means comparing odds from different sportsbooks to find the best value for your bet. Even small differences in odds can impact long-term results. Experienced bettors never rely on just one sportsbook because prices can vary. There is also emotional discipline, which is one of the hardest parts of betting. It's easy to get excited when your team is winning or frustrated when a bet is losing. But successful betting requires staying calm no matter what is happening in the game. Decisions should always be based on logic and analysis, not feelings. Over time, some people develop strategies based on patterns they observe, but even the best strategies don't guarantee consistent profit. Hockey is too unpredictable for that. Upsets happen all the time, and that is part of what makes the sport exciting to watch. At the end of the day, hockey betting is about understanding probability, managing risk, and making informed decisions. It is not about finding sure wins, because those don't exist. It is about improving your chances over time through knowledge, discipline, and careful decision making. If you are completely new, the best approach is to start slow, learn the basics of money lines, puck lines, and totals, and avoid complicated bets like parlays until you fully understand how everything works. Most importantly, never bet more than you can afford to lose, and always treat it as entertainment rather than a source of income. Once you understand these fundamentals, hockey betting becomes less confusing and more strategic. You start to see the game differently, noticing details like defensive structure, goalie performance, and the momentum shifts that most casual viewers miss. And that deeper understanding is what makes the experience engaging for many people. So whether you're watching your first NHL game or just trying to understand what all those numbers mean on a betting screen, the key is to take your time, learn step by step, and build your knowledge gradually. Hockey is fast, unpredictable, and exciting, and betting on it reflects all of those same qualities.